I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGalley Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from Plus3 TCG, and I'm coming at y'all with another deck profile as usual. We're going to be taking a look at Crusadia Guardragons. This deck was pretty cool. I actually got my shit shoved in at the Indianapolis Regional because I didn't even know this deck was able to do stuff like this. I knew that it was good and I knew that it could pump out boards, but I did not know that it was as consistent as arguably Goki, because let me take that back. Maybe not as consistent as Goki, but it's able to do things like Goki with just 2 cards. It's pretty nuts what you can do with just 2 Crusadia cards. So yeah, let's just hop right into the deck profile. You pretty much just play all the Crusadia monsters. You just play 3 Draco. This is the most important one because you're going to be utilizing this multiple times in the turn. 3 Maximus, because this one helps you go for a game because it doubles the damage you do. 3 Arborea, just protection, but this protection doesn't really matter unless you're going for a game with Equimax or something like that. Or they're like ogring your Magius, I guess. 3 Reclusia. This is spot removal. It does come up because when you put like Saryuja on the board, you can still like spot remove with Reclusion and stuff like that. Going second, and Leonis. This is an important card because we're playing the Rescue Cat engine. It's different than when we were playing it in the. Because I originally was playing this in the going second variant of Crusadia before the Guardragon stuff. And the reason I stopped playing it was because if you got this ashed, it was a wrap. Because you always normal summoned it and then used its effect. They ashed, your turn was over. But now you're not normal summoning. It is a potential because when you do brick, sometimes you don't open any extenders outside of just opening Rescue Cat. And if your Rescue Cat goes through, it's still full combo, which is insane to think about. The only problem is you would still have to draw a card, like an extender off the first Saryuja. So if you bricked and all you drew was Rescue Cat, ideally you'd be putting 3 of those bricks back and then hopefully drawing into an extender. We are playing the 1 Valeraphon with this. Really you just need the level 2 Earth Tuner. Doesn't matter what it is, it just needs to be a level 2 Earth Tuner. We're playing 2 Collop Serpent, 2 Wyverburster. This is, I would say, pretty. I don't even want to say standard because the deck is so new. You just need the extension. I don't know what the correct number is. I've been testing it a lot, and 2 and 2 seems to be the correct number. I don't know if you can get away with playing 3 because opening multiples is trash. So 2 and 2 seems good because if you didn't draw them on Saryuja's draw, you might get 1. On the second one, you might get another one. I don't know. The 2 and 2 seems good though. Destrudo, 2, also good. And then the 1 engine requiring a brick that we don't want to draw, but if we do, I guess you can just pisty it out of your hand. But it's just a really good extender in the deck. Kind of a garnet to draw, but you can special summon it, so it's not that bad. So I guess arguably not really a garnet at all. Foolish Burial, so we can send our Destrudos, or sometimes in like weird situations where we weren't able to get a like Crusadia Draco into our hand. I don't know if you can send that too. I guess in theory, there's other targets, but really you're just sending the Destrudo. And a bunch of Monster Reborns. So I'll just say the same thing to get like an extender back from the grave. This gets dragons, and it's a continuous spell, so you can continue to use second effect, where you can target a dragon monster, move that monster to another monster zone, another main monster zone, then monster reborn, World Legacy Succession. Pretty much the same thing. This one you gotta summon to a linked zone. Everything else is just defensive cards. We play 3 Ash, 3 Droll. You can draw into these. It's just you draw so many times while you're thinning the deck. So your chances of drawing into a defensive card are really good, but ideally we start with these because the only confliction is this card because you can destroy the card. So Crystal Wing is kind of screwed. You can still negate, but you just can't destroy. So ideally, we're opening Call by the Grave to stop hand traps, but sometimes they open multiples, and this one of can really get you there. Even though you can't destroy their cards, you're still negating the effect. In most cases, and all the times that I've drawn this, even though Crystal Wing was not able to destroy, I was still able to win next turn, because you can go into Equimax and then just like punch for a bunch of damage. It's pretty good. Max, obviously, if you're using Maximus, you kind of have to like OTK from there. So I would recommend just going into Boral Sword if you have access to it. If not, just Equimax. Almost as good. 2 Magius, because for the combo with Rescue Cat, you need 2 Magius because you'll summon the Leonis, and then you'll summon the Magius, and the Magius under the Magius to activate this, so you can search your Draco. 1 Spatha. Every time I say Spatha, I feel like I'm saying it with an accent. Spatha. Crusadia Spatha. No matter how you say it, Spatha. I guess it's the only way. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that, but every time I say Spatha, I feel like I'm saying it with an accent. Guardragon LP, this card is one of the best cards in your extra deck because it gets Red MD out of your deck, so arguably this is the point to Ash to end their turn. It doesn't end their turn though, because if they open an additional dragon, then they can still play through and end on double negates. It's not like terribly uncommon either. Guardragon Pisty just gets your Red MD play again, and then Agar Pain is also like the greatest because you can just summon all these dragons. There's not that many actually. Saryuja, double Saryuja because you need it for the combo. Equimax, you can summon Boral Sword off of Agar Pain, but it's better to summon the negates. The Naturia Beast for the Rescue Cat play. My spicy tech, because I do not own Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. The card is surprisingly expensive now, which is understandable because you can summon it for free, and it's just an awesome negate. But this card is really good against decks like Sky Striker, or any strategy that main decks like Pankratops and just targets a lot. If you don't know what this card does, it's pretty cool. While you control a link monster, monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except this one. Once returned at the start of the damage step, this card battles an opponent's monster. You can return that opponent's monster to the hand. Also, this card can make a second attack in a row. So it's pretty cool because even if they attack into it, it has that effect. And the main reason I'm playing this is, one, like I said, I don't own a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and that card is just, man, super expensive now. But just play that if you do own it. But this card is a budget option, if you will. It prevents all of your stuff from being targeted because Sky Strikers can play through the board decently. Because if they open Nat Beast, or if they open Pankratops, they can just like pop the Nat Beast or bait out the Crystal Wing and then potentially play through there by getting over Nat Beast. But if you can just prevent them from targeting it, and like the only thing they can target is this, then that is a semi-effective strategy against Sky Strikers in any deck that you're worried about like targeting or getting over your stuff easily. They have to get over this thing first, and arguably they have to get over the Link monster if they just want to shut everything off. FA Dawn Dragster, arguably make this first because there are times where you can go Beast, level 7 Synchro, and Crystal Wing, and the only way that gets outed is if you summon this board, is if they have infinite impermanence and or evenly matched, then you're just kind of boned. So you just need to summon, most times you need to summon Dragster. This is just for the matchup. And then last but not least, we're playing Borreload Savage Dragon because this card is nuts, and you can put a Saryuja under it, make it really big. Saryuja is gonna be pointing at it. You're gonna have a Saryuja under it so that it's really big, and you will have 4 counters on it, enabling you to have 4 negates once per turn, obviously. So that is the deck profile. Obviously, I wish this was the hot red dragon thing. But can't have our way all the time. We gotta make do with what we have. And this is the deck profile, y'all. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. This is Alex from +3 TCG signing out.